And this is something some provider had asked me kind of how things are going. So this is really just a snapshot. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I know you get this slide deck. Just a quick snapshot of what we saw before April 28th and what we see after. So as you'll see here, as I mentioned, the discharge tags, those that really exist, CMS kind of eliminated some tags and added these in addition to those that they eliminated. So no real, not really drastic changes in transfer and discharge. Still that accuracy assessment, and as you know, that's something that we really look at in the long-term care survey process, because it's really built on your minimum data set. So we really are focusing on that assessment. So really just wanted to give you a quick snapshot of what we have seen prior to April and then after April. The next one just recently released a couple weeks ago. This is one about releasing your statement of deficiencies. Now, as we talked about transparency here in Florida, we're very transparent. In Florida, we post your statements of deficiencies on the website, obviously redact any confidential information. But now CMS is telling us, and we've been bound sometimes by federal law as it relates to immediately releasing federal documents. So now CMS is telling us that as soon as we release the statement of deficiencies to you, then we can also release it to the public. So we got that 14 days after receipt. So once we know 14 days after we send it to you, we can release it. Historically, the laws were we would not release the statement of deficiencies until we received an approved plan of correction. So now we will release it, and this is all in an effort to be a little more transparent on the federal government side as it relates to statement of deficiencies, to allow consumers to more timely get this information about our healthcare facility. So just wanted to let you know doesn't change any of your time frame, your reporting time frames back to us. You still have your 10 days to do your plan of your 10 calendar days to do your plan of correction back to us. Within the field offices, but it's really just about getting the statement of deficiencies out and making it more publicly available in a more timely fashion. So just wanted to share that with you. The other memo that was released the same day is about updates to Nursing Home Compare. And it was great to hear some of the providers that we met with yesterday talk about this memo and talk about some of the changes and how they feel it will be a positive impact to them, especially the piece about dropping that third survey. So the first part here, as noted, obviously will published performance information specifically about your companies as a corporation and that ownership structure. So CMS is streamlining that. Dropping that third survey cycle from the Nursing Home Compare Inspection Report, and a lot of you have been here with me for many years, and we all know what happened in 2020, and we were told to stop doing recertification surveys. CMS didn't they didn't freeze the clock for us. The clock kept ticking, but they told us not to do any recertification surveys, and our focus was infection prevention and control. And so just like many other states in the nation, we too had that where, the time kept going, but we weren't doing those surveys. And I know a lot of you suffered from that. And I know a lot of you are very happy that now CMS is dropping off that third survey cycle. So it will just be those two. And additionally, CMS is going to be incorporating new updated long-stay antipsychotic measures as well. CMS has a really big focus on schizophrenic because they're still continuing with those assessments, and also looking at antipsychotic medications and unnecessary medication. CMS is really concerned about medication use with our geriatric population in our nursing homes, so they're continuing to focus on that. So I wanted to share with you some memos.